Hey guys, Desiree here, and thanks for tuning into my channel. So today I am going to be reviewing the Iluvsarahii collaboration that she did with Colourpop. So without further ado, let's get right on ahead into the video. So today I will be reviewing the Iluvsarahii collaboration that she did with Colourpop. If you don't know who Iluvsarahii is, her name is actually Karen, but that is just, the name that she goes by on her social media platforms. So Iluvsarahii, she did a collaboration with Colourpop, and in her collaboration she came out with two eyeshadow palettes, one named Cheeky and another one named Saucy. And she also came out with 3 liquid lipsticks and also a lip pencil. I know I'm late on jumping on the bandwagon and jumping on the wave, but I wasn't sure if I actually wanted to get the palette. I kind of had mixed reviews because I felt like I kind of had similar shades that looked like it, but I decided to purchase it anyway. It actually came out on the 24th of March, and I just purchased it last week, which was like a month later, because this is June now, so I actually purchased it a month later. So I only picked up 2 things. Actually, I didn't pick up a lot of product because, let's face it, I am a struggling college graduate, and I had to go where my money could stretch. So I went ahead and I picked up Saucy from the palette, and this is how it comes in this little packaging. This nice little alligator skin. I thought the packaging was really cute, and I also went ahead and picked up Mamacita. It also comes in this type of packaging. Like everything in the collection comes in the package, and I paid around $28 for the palette and the lipstick. I know that she has a package, like the PR package deal with that retails for around $60, and on the website now it was $18 originally, but now it's on sale for $12. So if you are interested in purchasing it, it's on sale, just an FYI. So this is how it comes, and you can slide it. So open it, and it has Colourpop written all over it. And inside of both the palettes, they have 4 pressed powders, 2 matte and 2 shimmer shades. Open it. This is what you get. It's kind of small, but for Colourpop, you can't really expect anything bigger. Like, their products are not that huge. So for $18, this wasn't bad, because there are other brands who have products that are similar to this, like similar size, and they retail for way more. So the price value wasn't bad, and I do appreciate that it was, budget friendly. And the lipstick, when you open it, looks like this. It's retailed for $6. This is not on sale. It's just $6 flat. So that's a reasonable price. Okay, so when I first saw this palette, like I said, I was a little apprehensive about purchasing it, because looking at it, especially looking at this color, this deep plum purple color, it reminded me of the purple eyeshadow that they did previously in the Karrueche palette. Karrueche Tran also had not a palette. She had like a little jar with eyeshadow. So she also had a collaboration with Colourpop, and it just reminds me of the shade that she had. So that's why I was just like, it looks a little bit repetitive. But I still wanted to try it out and see what it was hitting for. One thing that I do like and appreciate about this palette is that these are removable. So if you bought two of the palettes and maybe you wanted to mix and match, or even if you had a empty like Z palette or empty foil eyeshadow container and you didn't want to keep it inside of this packaging, you can simply, if I can, okay, you can simply remove it and you can put it inside of your Z palette if you want to mix it with other foil pan eyeshadows that you do have. So this was really cool and considerate, because when I looked at like normally Colourpop's eyeshadows, they come in like these little, cases. And these are cute, but like I said, if you want to mix and match, and this helps to declutter your makeup, the makeup in one place so it's not bulky and you won't have to be grabbing different products. So this is a good space saver, the removable pan. So this was very smart on their end, and I do like this. When I got this palette, I went ahead and swatched them, and I did that on my Snapchat. So if you follow me on Snapchat, then you might have seen me do that already. So I swatched the palette, and I also swatched Mamacita, but I'm going to go ahead and swatch it again for you guys. So those are the shades in the palette, and I also went ahead and swatched Mamacita. So the first shade was Razzie, which is the deep plum color, which is this one. The swatch of it, like, I wasn't too crazy about it. It is pigmented, and I do like that, but it's kind of streaky. Like, it goes on okay at first, and then it starts to get a little bit patchy, but it just could be, the swatch, because how things swatch doesn't necessarily translate to how they're going to be on your eye. So like I was saying with Razzie and why I initially didn't want to get the palette, this is Beverly from the Karrueche Tran collaboration that they did, and it's kind of similar. Razzie is more of a plum color, and this is a little bit lighter. Like, Razzie is a deep plum. This is also a plum color, but it's a little bit lighter. But they are still similar. The second one that I swatched was Lit, which was the purple shimmery color. The shimmer shades actually swatched better than the matte shades. Like with Razzie and Chic Happens, which is the lighter purple color, they were a little bit streaky, and it took a little bit more effort for me to swatch them, because midway through the swatch they would get a little, like, it would stop, and I had to do a little bit of a tug in order for it to go on, like, give me a clear swatch. There you go. Whereas with the shimmer shades, all I had to do was just swatch it once and they went on perfectly. I'm not going to hold too much against the matte shades being a little bit patchy, because like I said, with swatches, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be patchy on the eye. So it could just be the way that I swatch them. So I'm going to go ahead and, do a demo of it on my eye. Mamacita, I do have to go ahead and commend Colourpop and Karen for changing the formula, because this one is much, much better than previous Colourpop lipsticks in the past, especially matte lipsticks. If you've tried Colourpop before, you know what I'm talking about. They had a tendency to dry up or either crack on your lips, but this one, it feels softer and it's smoother. Like, it doesn't feel cakey, and it doesn't have that feel of it drying. Like, I don't like for my lips to actually feel dry. Even though I like matte lipstick, I don't want it to feel dry. I don't want it to have that feel, if you understand what I'm saying. So I'm just babbling on and on and on, and I know you guys are probably tired of seeing me talk and jabber. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to demo the shadows on my eye. So I already went ahead and did the rest of my face, as you can see. So yes, let's just get right on ahead. I'm not really sure what look I want to do. I think I want to do a halo eye, I think. I know I want to use Razzie for sure, and lid. I want to utilize majority of the palette, but I'm not sure what look to do. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to go in with Chic Happens, and I'm going to take that on a Morphe M512 brush. Pleasantly surprised at how pigmented this is. See, I told you guys how things swatch doesn't necessarily translate to how it's going to be on the eye. So I'm feeling this as of right now. Okay, Colourpop and Karen, I see you guys. Next, I'm going to take Razzie, and I'm going to take that on a Morphe M330 brush. So far, I just used the two matte shades, and okay, Colourpop, proving me wrong, because I thought that it was going to be a little bit iffy, but they are really pigmented and blended out really nicely on my eye. So I am pleasantly surprised and I'm impressed. Okay. The next shade that I'm going to use is Lip, and I'm just going to apply it in the middle of my lid. Let's see if it goes on the same way as it did with the swatches. And I'm applying it with a dry brush. So hopefully it goes on smoothly, because sometimes some of these shimmer shades, you have difficulty putting it on, like you gotta wet the brush. So let's see. So far, I'm really feeling this eye look. Okay, Colourpop, come through. And the last shade in this palette that I'm going to use is Heavy Glam, and I'm just going to do it to smoke out my lower lash line. This is it wet and dry. Okay, I'm not too crazy about it dry. I mean, it's swatched nice, but I don't know. I'm going to wet it with some of my Fix Plus and see how I like it. Okay. Heavy Glam. I don't know about you too much, but I'm gonna go apply some lashes, so I'll be right back. I applied my lashes and I wanted to see if Heavy Glam would grow on me. It's still a no. The other three shades are fine, but Heavy Glam, it's not living up to its name. I'm not really feeling it. It's kind of patchy, and I had to wet the brush, and then I had to apply it over and over again in order for it to even come out to the way that it looks now. So I'm not feeling that shade. Every other shade is fine. I didn't have a problem with it. I was pleasantly surprised at how pigmented they were, but for that one, it's a no for me. Moving right along. Okay, now on to my lips, and I'm going to take Mamacita. Like I said, they changed the formula for the liquid lipstick. Let's hope the swatch lives up to how it is on my lips, and it doesn't crack, and it doesn't make me feel like my lips are in the desert somewhere. Okay, like I said, yeah, I do. I like the lipstick. It doesn't have this intense, like all the air is being sucked out of my lipstick feel that I had previously with Colourpop. And I'm not saying this to drag Colourpop, because I do love Colourpop and they're such a great inexpensive brand, but I just gotta be honest. I'm just giving my unbiased review, because I spent my hard-earned dollars on this, and with this review going out, if some of you guys want to go ahead and spend your money on it, money does not grow on trees. I mean, it's paper, it kind of does, but you get what I'm saying. So if you're going to be spending your hard-earned money, I want you to get what you're paying for. So no shade, no tea. I'm just being honest. Like I was saying, I do like how the lipstick feels. Even now in talking, it doesn't feel like it's crazy dry on my lips. Even though it is drying, I don't feel it, and that is what I like. Hopefully, I'm going to see how it wears in a couple of hours, because I just put it on, but I'm going to see how it wears in a couple of hours, and hopefully it doesn't do a snap, crackle, and pop on my lips. So my camera is trying to tell me that I don't have that much space left, so let's recap. Okay, pros to this palette: pretty packaging. 3 out of the 4 shades weren't bad. Heavy Glam, I need some more from you. So Colourpop, the next time you do a shade like that, or a shimmer shade like that, I need a little bit, you know, a little bit more from that. I would recommend this palette. I mean, it's not bad. Besides Heavy Glam, like, I was pleasantly surprised at how pigmented they actually were, and I actually like how this eye look came out, so I do really like that. Cons of this palette: is it a little bit pricey? Yes. Is it a big deal? Not really. So the only other thing that I really didn't like was, like I said, heavy glam. But all in all, I will give this palette A minus. Besides the heavy glam, I liked everything else about it. I did like that the pans are removable, so that was a plus for me as well. With the lipstick, it still doesn't feel dry, so I do appreciate that they changed the formula. So yeah, that's just my review and my honest opinion on this collection, of what I've got from this collection so far. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a big old thumbs up and also leave some comments down below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? All you have to do is just hit the subscribe button and also click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you are updated on when I post videos. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.